Level 1. ODM Gear. Attack on Titan. The weakest. You are still just a person. The first thing to understand is that ODM gear is not a power system. It is a very good harness. You strap a device to your body that fires grappling hooks, reels them in, and throws you through the air at high speed towards something 10 meters tall that regenerates damage in seconds and has no natural predators except you, holding two small swords, moving very fast. The gear gives you mobility. It does not give you strength. It does not give you any supernatural ability whatsoever. A fully trained ODM master is a human being who is very quick. That is the peak. That is the ceiling. The ceiling is human. Training takes 3 years. You pass. You graduate in the top 10 of your class. You can move through the air at speeds that would kill most people and land your blades on a 4-inch target at the back of a neck while moving at full speed. And then a 15-meter Titan sits on you. The gear works perfectly. It was designed for the humans who use it, by the humans who use it, in a world that contains things that are not impressed by humans who move quickly. You are the best version of a person the system can produce. Level 2. Quirks. My Hero Academia. Genetic lottery with 1 power per ticket. You are born with a quirk. Or you are not. 80% of humanity has one. You are in the 80%. Your quirk is yours. Only yours. No one else has exactly it. This sounds profound until you discover that the range of possible quirks includes zero gravity, explosive sweat, and fingers that shoot off like rockets and return. A quirk used creatively is genuinely dangerous. Shinso brainwashes anyone who responds to him, a power that sounds weak and which he uses to flatten people 6 times his size. But your ceiling is fixed at birth. 1 quirk. No combinations, no new categories. You work inside the box you were given. Level 3. Breathing styles. Demon Slayer. Beautiful. Also, your body is the limit. Your trainer tells you to breathe. You explain that you have been breathing continuously since birth without once failing at it. Your trainer explains you have been breathing wrong your entire life, which is technically impressive as a failure mode. Total concentration breathing pushes human biology to its absolute limit. You regulate your body temperature, increase blood flow, generate power outputs beyond what untrained humans can access, and channel it all through specific elemental forms: water, flame, thunder, wind, stone. Each with multiple sub-techniques that hit with the force of something much larger and faster than a human being. The Hashira are the peak. 12 people in the entire world. Each one has mastered a style to a level most swordsmen spend their entire career approaching. Their techniques are devastating, precise, and genuinely beautiful in execution. The Hashira also get murdered by upper-rank demons with alarming regularity. Because the system ceiling is human biology at its theoretical maximum, and human biology at its theoretical maximum is still biology, you cannot fly, you cannot regenerate, you cannot survive things that are designed to kill things stronger than you. Level 4. Haki. One Piece. Willpower made physical. Nobody explains Haki. You train armament Haki by punching cannonballs until punching cannonballs stops hurting. This takes months. At some point, the balance shifts. Your hand stops being the problem. The cannonball becomes the problem. This is progress. Haki has 3 types. Observation lets you sense intent and see moments before they happen. Armament lets you coat yourself in invisible force that can hurt things that shouldn't be hurtable. Conquerors, rarest of all, lets you radiate willpower at such intensity that weaker minds simply switch off. No training. You either have it or you don't. The ceiling of Haki is enormous. Top Conqueror's Haki users in the later arcs of One Piece crack the air itself when they clash. Whole environments respond to their presence. The limitation is that Haki alone, without Devil Fruit, is still augmenting what you physically are. It makes you stronger, faster, more precise. It does not let you do things that are categorically impossible for a physical body. Level 5. Chakra and Ninjutsu. Naruto. The most versatile system ever built. The ceiling is reality. You are 6 years old, and you are in a classroom learning to kill people. Chakra is the combination of physical energy from the body and spiritual energy from the mind. You mold it, shape it, Push it through specific hand seals to create techniques that range from summoning a giant frog who is annoyed to be here to manipulating space-time itself. Kakashi copies 1,000 jutsu with one eye. Kaguya, at the system's peak, bends reality, creates infinite dream worlds, and opens portals to other dimensions. The system has elemental affinities: fire, wind, lightning, earth, water, that combine into advanced elements like ice, wood, and magnet. It has Sage Mode, which draws in natural energy and transforms the user's physical capabilities into something categorically beyond human. It has Six Paths power, which at its peak produces truth-seeking orbs that erase anything they touch, including chakra itself. The range is staggering. A chakra system covers summonings, barriers, illusions, healing, mind control, elemental warfare, all within the same framework, all accessible through training the same core resource. Level 6. Cursed Energy. Jujutsu Kaisen. The system that rewards getting creative with your own death. Cursed energy is generated by negative human emotion. Fear, regret, anger, grief. Everyone produces it. Only sorcerers can control it. The more intense your internal darkness, the more raw material you have to work with, which makes JJK the only training system in anime where your psychological damage is a competitive advantage. The surface layer is straightforward. Coat your strikes in cursed energy, perform techniques, hit harder. The depth underneath that surface is where it gets genuinely dangerous. Binding vows let you make deals with your opponent, with yourself, that break normal rules of combat. Nanami's ratio technique becomes activated at 6-4 intervals because he imposed that condition on himself, which makes every 7th strike a guaranteed weak point on any target. Kokichi traded his healthy body for a near limitless energy output. The system rewards people who are willing to bet themselves to get stronger, and the bigger the bet, the bigger the return. Domain expansion is the peak technique, a guaranteed hit space created from your own innate technique deployed around your opponent in which everything you do connects. Gojo's infinite domain is a sphere of infinity. Every attack approaching him has its distance to him halved forever, and therefore never arrives. He cannot be hit by anything short of a concept. Level 7. Ki, Dragon Ball. The one where the ceiling is the universe, literally. Ki is life energy. Everyone has it. In Dragon Ball, the question is simply how much you have, and how hard you are willing to push past every limit you have ever had until there are no limits left. The floor of Dragon Ball power looks like this. Humans. The ceiling looks like this. Beerus sneezing and destroying a solar system by accident. Between those 2 points is the entire training system, an escalating sequence of power levels, transformations, and states of existence that regularly makes the previous peak irrelevant. Super Saiyan, Super Saiyan 2, Super Saiyan 3, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Blue, Ultra Instinct, a state in which the body moves and reacts independently of conscious thought, processing combat faster than the mind can interfere. Mastered Ultra Instinct is the point where you stop being a fighter and start being a phenomenon. The hyperbolic time chamber gives you a year of training per day in 100 times gravity, meaning in 2 days you compress 2 years of experience into a room with no exit if you stay too long. At the absolute top, fighters erase timelines while punching each other hard enough to reshape geography. Level 8. Nen, Hunter x Hunter. Nobody teaches you Nen. You find out it exists when someone more advanced than you opens your aura nodes by force, in which a Nen master forces your dormant life energy to activate all at once. Alternatively, you spend months in meditation learning to feel your aura before you ever do anything useful with it. Nen has 6 types: Enhancer, Transmuter, Emitter, Conjurer, Manipulator, Specialist. Your type is fixed by personality. You cannot change it. You learn which one you are through water divination, a bowl of water and a leaf, showing your aura type through how the water responds. It takes minutes. You spend the rest of your life working within the result. What makes Nen the most sophisticated system in anime is not the types. It is vows and restrictions. The principle is this: the more you limit yourself, the more powerful you become. Kurapika, who can only use his full specialist powers against the Phantom Troop, the specific group who killed his clan, is, against those targets only, the most dangerous Nen user alive. The restriction is absolute. The payoff matches it. Gon, at his most desperate, trades his entire future potential, every year of growth he would have had, for power in the present moment. The restriction costs him everything. The power is absolute. You can also use Nen after death. A sufficiently intense Hatsu persists after its user dies and keeps killing. No other system has a mechanic for posthumous revenge. Nen is also the most strategic system in fiction. A Nen battle between masters is not a power comparison. It is a puzzle. The stronger ability does not guarantee a win. The better strategy, the better exploitation of conditions, the more creative application of restrictions, that is what decides it. A novice Nen user with the right ability and the right conditions can beat someone with 20 years of training. The system does not reward power. It rewards cleverness, commitment, and the willingness to pay prices that most people would refuse to even consider. The strongest system is the one where power is the least important part. Make of that what you will.